Good morning, crew, and welcome back to my channel, unless of course you guys are new around here, in which case, hi, hello, my name is Ashley, but they call me A True. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I hope that you will stick around and hit that subscribe button, join the crew. So in today's video, we're gonna be doing a little driving with me. It is Sunday morning. I'm on my way to do some grocery shopping, just like little ones. I did my big grocery haul last week, so just kind of need some more produce items, just a few things that I'm out of, things like that. So I have you taped to my dashboard. Hopefully this stays. I have high hopes, but we shall see. Okay, great. We're off to a great start. I've never really filmed while driving before, so I probably won't look at you guys a ton, because, like, you know, gotta be safe above all. Oh gosh, it's really shaky. Okay, it's fine. Sorry about the shakiness. I'm new to the driving vlogs. But I realized, a coworker pointed it out to me actually, that I've been at my job for like 3 months now, and the last time I did an update was 1 month into my job. So I thought today's video could just be a nice little update, because I don't know that things have necessarily changed. I'm so sorry for the shakiness, you guys. But I do feel like things have gotten better just with myself, so I thought I would update you guys. So if this is the first video you've seen from me, or if you don't know, I am an RBT, and back in July I lost my job. The company that I worked for all intents and purposes, just like shut down. So I didn't get fired because I got in trouble or because I did something wrong or the company didn't downsize. Like, they literally were like, yeah, we're not going to provide ABA therapy anymore. Like, we're going in a technology-based direction. So you're out of a job. So that was really unfortunate. And I took it really hard. What I've learned was a very unique situation where I only had like basically 2 clients the entire year that I worked for that company, and I was both of those clients only RBT. I saw one of them 7 days a week, and I saw one of them 5 days a week. So I didn't have days off, but I got to like make my own schedule. It was a beautiful schedule. Everyone was happy with it. We loved it. Me, the kids, the parents. It was great. So that was a huge difference though between the job that I had and the job, or not the job that I have, because it's the same job, but the place that I worked for before and the place that I work for now. Basically, I have, I think, in total 4 clients, and most of the kids that I work with now have at least 2 to 4 RBTs. So that was something new that I had to kind of adapt to. Another thing was that I worked strictly in-home at my previous company, and now I work in a clinic, which was definitely probably one of the biggest differences. I was so used to being in-home and the parents being there and no one being around, like no coworkers or anything like that. Sorry, those were big bumps. I was used to just, you know, being by myself with the families. So being in a clinic where there's 6 other RBTs and like an office assistant and like BCBAs and bosses, and if you're not in ABA, you won't know what any of those acronym means, but just like higher up people basically. So that was really different, and definitely took an adjustment. There were times I can remember where one of my learners would be like going into behaviors, which basically just means like a tantrum of some kind, and you know, there'd be a lot of eyes, which I wasn't used to, but in the same breath, it was also really nice because if I needed support or if I didn't know how to do something, like there was someone there to turn to, or there was someone to be like, oh hey, let me go get this to see if it'll help, like a toy that the learner liked or something, you know? So that was really an adjustment. One perk that I really liked about being in clinic is that like there's somewhere to eat. We used to like doing in-home, you just like eat in your car while you're driving from client to client. And I hate eating in the car. So I really enjoy the fact that there's somewhere to eat, and like it's really fun to have like coworkers again that I enjoy eating with. Like I haven't had coworkers since 2020, so it's been a couple years. So it's been really fun to like get close to people, and I feel like I got really lucky with this group that I have met. You know, I was in no way in the greatest place when I first started. I had lost 2 people that were really close to me that I cared a lot about, and then I lost my job. Well, job first, then people, but it all happened within the same like 2-week span. So it was really hard, and I definitely think, like, you know, these people didn't know me, so they didn't know any different than how I was acting. But I can just remember being so depressed when I first started. Like, I can remember vividly sitting there in the clinic, like, you know, shadowing somebody with their kid and just being like, I cannot believe that this is my life. I cannot believe that I've ended up here. Like, how did I go from being so happy and loving my job to being this miserable? Like, what happened? Why did this happen? I don't understand. And you know, I think it was just a lot of loss and a lot of change for me to process. I'm not someone who necessarily hates change, but I will say I don't like change that's out of my control, I guess. Like, I don't mind change if I'm the one doing it, but if I have no say in it, I don't think I'm the biggest fan. I mean, I don't know. Because I'm also pretty go with the flow. So, like, when changes happen in my workspace, I don't really care, you know. I don't mind if schedules are changed or thrown off or anything like that, or if plans change. I'm not picky about it. But I think because this wasn't like, losing my job wasn't necessarily a change, it was a loss, and it was a lot of loss all at once. And I think it was just kind of too much for me to be able to really see the bright side. You can go back and like watch the videos where I talk about losing my job and where I talk about how I'm really doing, or even my 1-month update. And I like to think that I'm a pretty positive person generally, and I do try to find the positive in everything. And so, you know, I always tried to stay really grateful that I still had all my friends, and that I could still keep in contact with my families, and that I had found another job so quickly, you know, and that I didn't have to like go on unemployment, or that I didn't have to, I don't know, like not be able to pay my bills. The company, you know, did give us severance pay. And so I tried to stay really thankful, but it didn't really help the depression that I felt, and the sadness, and, you know, just like that, the loss. Like, I was really grieving when I first started. And so that was a really roundabout way of saying, like, I didn't really feel like I connected with anybody when I first started. And I think it was because I was just too, like, in my feelings, too in my grief to really like even attempt to connect with anyone. And so once I got my own set of kids, like once I stopped shadowing, I felt like I shadowed for a really long time. Like, it was nearly 3 weeks that I shadowed before I got to start having kids on my own. And I feel like that really helped, because at the end of the day, my passion is children, and I love being around kids. And kids will, like, they didn't cure my depression, don't get me wrong. It's not that simple. I wish it was. But they definitely help. Like, kids to me just show you what is so important in life. Like, they're the definition of it's the little things, you know? They don't care if you went to college. They don't care if you have piercings and tattoos. They don't care if you just got fired. They don't care what kind of house you live in. They don't care how many boyfriends you've had, if you're married, if you're single. They don't care how much you weigh. They don't care what you wear. They literally just want someone to play with and open their snacks. And if you can do that, like, it's just pure happiness to them. And that's just the kind of people that I like to be around. And so once I got my own kids and really kind of got to be able to get in a routine and, like, you know, kind of, I'm still the new girl because I'm the newest one there, but you don't feel like the new girl once you start doing what everyone else is doing. Once you have to, like, stop asking questions of being like, oh, where's this? Where do I get this? How do I do this? You know, like once you kind of understand the office and the layout and how things work, and you know, you do kind of start to feel more a part of the team. And that was really, like, I feel like what happened to me. Like, once I got my own kids and I was really able to start doing things on my own, that really helped started to pull me out of it. And obviously also time heals all. So it had then, you know, been like nearly a month since I had lost those people and my job. And, you know, I think that I'm definitely not out of the woods fully. Like, I'm still sad and I still cry a lot over the people that I've lost, but I don't feel like I cry over my job anymore. I get really excited to go to work. I love the people that I work with. We just went out and did a team bonding thing this weekend, and it was so much fun. And like, we all had, like, all we did was laugh. Like, there was no drama, there was no animosity. It was such a fun time. And I just feel like everyone I work with is so supportive. No one is like, oh, she's a bad RBT, or like, yeah, she needs work, you know, or like, no one is like, ew, I hate when she walks in the room, you know, like, they've all just been really nice and welcoming. And I feel like I have a group of friends now, which is so awesome. I haven't had that, you know, since like 2020, because at my old place, like, I didn't have coworkers. I just had the kids, and I only had 2 of them. And so, you know, that was that. All in all, I would say that work-wise, life has gotten a lot better, and that I really enjoy going to work. I enjoy the people that I work with. I enjoy the kids that I get to work with. I do feel like I'm becoming a better RBT because I am around people. You know, like, being alone in the house, I had nothing to go off of except for what I was doing. And so, you know, during the one day a week that like my bosses would be there to like supervise, I really didn't get any other feedback. And it's like, here I get feedback and help every day. And so I do feel like it makes me a better RBT, which is awesome, because I always say, like, I don't want to be the reason that these kids don't succeed because I'm a sucky RBT. Like, I want to help them thrive. I think in the beginning, like, if you go back and watch those videos and you see how sad I was and how much I really wasn't loving my job, and just how much I was grieving, you know, I think it really was just a lot of loss all at once for me. You could say, like, kind of just too much to handle all at once. And that now it's been 3 months and I feel a part of the team, and I love my coworkers and my kids, and I'm sure the, you know, grieving the loss of the people will lessen every day, or at least that's what I hope. That's what I'm told, that it gets better. Still waiting on it, but still waiting for the day I don't cry myself to sleep over him. But it is what it is. I'm very thankful that I at least love my job again, and that, because it was rough in those first few like days and weeks, I was just like, oh no, like, I cannot believe that I'm going to have a job where I'm miserable at again. Because the job that I left in 2020, I hated. It was soul sucking. And then I became an RBT, and it was the best decision I ever made, and I owe it all to Amber Bamber. That is my 3-month update. It's getting better. I'm really happy in the aspect of work. Really happy. I still have an amazing group of friends outside of work, even with the 2 losses. I can just remember feeling so defeated in those first few weeks at my new job, and so miserable. And I know I'm probably just repeating myself at this point, but I just, like, it's crazy to like look back at 3 months ago and be like, whoa, like, I was so depressed and so sad. And I feel like even though I do still cry over the people, you know, like, it's kind of the only thing that I cry about now. And that's really great, because for a while it was like everything. It was like my mom in the house, it was work, it was friends, it was love, it was just everything all at once. And so, you know, there's still things in my life that I am working on. There's still things in my life that I need to do better on. If you guys saw my getting my life together video, you know what I'm talking about. But it's like, even just being in the place where I can work on that stuff is such a big deal, because back in July and August, oh my God, I was lucky if I had it together enough to like brush my hair before I went to work. Like, I was down in the dumps, y'all. But I am at the store. This video is going up late today because yesterday was a crazy day. I had to help my best friend with something all day, and then I had to babysit at night, and so I didn't have a chance to film, let alone edit. Typically, I post new videos every Sunday and Thursday at 11:15 a.m. except for today. But if you guys like this video, pretty please give it a thumbs up. It really, really supports me and my channel. If you guys liked me, pretty please hit that subscribe button. It really supports my mental health. I post new videos every Sunday and Thursday at 11:15 a.m. Pacific time, typically. And yeah, I think that's everything. So, okay, love you, bye.